So regression is perhaps the most widely used statistical technique for investigating or estimating relationship now between dependent and a set of independent explanatory variable or simply yung tinatawag natin na outcome variable. So mostly, ginagamit siya as a modeling to analyze now data. So majority of analysts use it to understand the relationship now between the variables, which can be further utilized to predict now the precise now outcome. There are two types of regression analysis. So one would be the simple and then the other one would be the multiple regression. So in a simple regression, it involves only two variables. One is defined to be yung independent variable. So while the other variable now would be your dependent variable. On the other hand, pag sinabi natin multiple regression, so this is just an extension of the simple regression. So the only difference would be here, marami na tayong tinatawag na independent variables. So there are also two methods in regression analysis. One would be yung tinatawag natin na linear regression analysis and then the other one would be the non-linear regression analysis. But in this course, so the discussion is only limited sa tinatawag natin na linear regression analysis. So it is one of the most widely known modeling technique as it is amongst the first elite regression analysis method picked up by people at the time now of learning predictive modeling. So these are the first theory na na-discover in predicting now outcome or in predictive modeling. The dependent variable here now must be continuous. Otherwise, hindi natin pwedeng gamitan si regression analysis if yung dependent variable natin must be not a continuous now variable. So, continuous, dapat interval siya or a ratio type now of data while the independent variable is more often continuous. Although, we allowed some of the independent variable to be of a qualitative type now of data. So, sabi ko nga, si regression is related sa correlation. Di ba? We define correlation as a measures the linear relationship now that exists now between two variables. Di ba? Once a correlation has been found between two variables, so ang next logical question is whether or not the relationship now can be used to explain one variable now from the other. Sa correlation, wala tayong independent at dependent variable. Dahil ang purpose lang natin is to measure the relationship now between the two variable. However, in regression analysis, one variable is defined as the dependent or criterion variable, while the other variable is the independent variable or the predictive now variable. So, since related siya sa correlation, for the simple regression analysis, I make use the data sets na ginawa natin from the correlation. Di ba? So, from our correlation analysis, ang binigay natin na case or example would be yung relationship ng PSE index over the MEG price. So in correlation, so we do not define these two variables either an independent variable or a dependent variable. But if we're going to perform now the regression analysis, so we need to define which among of these two variable must be your independent and which is your dependent now variable. So in reality, so yung price ng any stocks nagbe-base siya dun sa index, di ba? One hypothesis would be when the index of the Philippine Stock Exchange increasing, so there should be a tendency that the prices now of stock would also be increasing. So in this case, so if PSE index increasing, so there should be a tendency for the MEG price to also be increasing. So based now from this hypothesis, so we can define here now that the index now would be your independent, so which would predict now the price now of MEG, di ba? So therefore, we define here now the index to be the predictor or simply the independent variable while the MEG price would be your outcome variable or simply yung tinatawag natin na dependent variable. So, paki-retract na lang po ng dataset ng example natin from the correlation dun sa Excel worksheet nyo po or Excel file. So, to perform now, the simple regression now analysis, so using the Excel data analysis, so we press the data, and then press natin yung data analysis. Then look for the regression. Then press now okay. So from the input, so we have here now the Y range and we also have here now the X range. So the Y range correspond now to your dependent now variable. So sabi nga natin from the case, so we treated MEG as your dependent variable. So drag lang po natin siya till the last data set. Yeah. Then for the X range, so which is your independent variable. So sabi natin, ang independent variable natin would be the PSEI or the PSE index. So check po natin yung label and then the confidence level. So sa Excel data analysis, instead of the alpha level yung nakalagay, ang binibigay niya would be the confidence level. But for some other statistical software, automatic nang lumalabas si alpha level. So we set it at 95%. So which is equivalent now to the alpha level. So which is of equal now to the point now 0.5. Then we can proceed now to the output range. So for the output range, So, dito na lang sa D1. Then, we press here now, okay. So, if you notice from the output, so, napakarami niyang value na makikita. So, from the output, so we have three tables. So, one would be the regression stat, and then the second one would be the ANOVA, and then the third one would be yung coefficient estimation. But in regression analysis, we are only concerned with two values. So, which is yung value ng R square and then yung value ng significance now F. So, the significance F would be the value now of the P value or the probability now value. So, researcher may refer to two elements of the Excel output. So, in the interpretation now of the regression analysis. Di ba? Sabi ko nga, so dalawa lang yung concerns natin from the output. That would be yung significance F, so which is your p-value, and then the other one would be yung tinatawag natin na R squared na value. So, yung significance F determine whether the independent variable is a significant predictor of the criterion or dependent variable. In our case, sabi natin, si index yung predictor, while yung outcome would be si Meg, or simply si index yung independent, while for the dependent, so it should be the Meg price. So the result indicates so that the significance F is less than 0.001. So we say PSA index is able to significantly contribute to the prediction now of the Meg price. On the other hand, R square represent so the total amount of dependent score variance that can be explained by the independent or predictor variable. So which means that 94.20% of Meg price can be explained now by the PSE index, while the other 5.8% of the price of Meg is unexplained or due to other factors. So, but in application, of course, so we do not make study so which concerns only one factor, di ba? So, most likely, pag gumagawa tayo ng studies, it always involves ng napakaraming factor to predict now an outcome, di ba? At the same time, in reality, so in the stock market, talaga makikita mo yung mga blue chips kasi we considered MEG or these companies to be a blue chip. So, actually, sumusunod siya talaga dun sa index ni PSE. So, nag-invest din ako dito before, so with MEG. So, talagang napansin ko na while yung index ni PSE increasing, talagang makikita mo na sumusunod yung price ni MEG dun sa index. So, let's have an example number 2. So, a mortgage department of a large bank is studying its recent loan. So, of particular interest is how such factor as the value of the home, age, and mortgage relate now to family income. So, are these variable predictors of the income now of the household? So, in this case, so meron tayo ditong apat na variables. So, one variable would be the value of home, the others would be age, mortgage, and family income. So, ang problem statement natin would be, are these variables predictors of the income of now of the household? So, income here is considered now your dependent variable or the outcome variable, di ba? Since yung value of home, age, and mortgage are the predictors of the income. So, we define now yung value of home, age, and mortgage to be your independent variable. Since marami na tayong independent variable dito, for the regression analysis, so we're going to use now yung, excuse me, tinatawag natin na multiple linear regression analysis. So before we proceed with the analysis, so paki-encode po muna the following data sets now in your Excel worksheet. Ay, Okay na?
Sponsor.
Okay, so to perform now multiple regression analysis, so using now the Excel data analysis, so the same lang yung procedure. So we press the data and then we press the data analysis. Then look for the regression and then we press here now okay. For the input range, your independent variable. So for the multiple regression, so we started creating a model, so which is consisting of all the given now independent variable. So we start capturing all of the three independent variable. So which is the value of home, the age, and the mortgage. So drag lang po natin siya lahat till the last data. Then check po natin yung label and then the confidence level. Again, sabi ko nga, hindi given yung alpha level dun sa Excel data analysis, but instead, what is given now would be the confidence level, so which is equivalent to 95%. So, yung equivalent ng alpha level, equivalent now to the 0.05. So, we can proceed now for the output range. So, we look now for the vacant cell. So, sa ilalim na lang nung dataset. Then, we press here now, okay. So, the output is the same as the simple linear regression. Di ba? So, in this model, ang predictors natin would be yung combined effect of all the three independent variables. So, which is the value of home, the age now, and the mortgage. So we can also create models consisting of two variables. So we follow the same procedure. So we press the data and then we press the data analysis. Then we look for the regression and then we press OK. Diba? Let's see what is the effect when combining now yung value of home and age. This is our second model. So which is a combined effect of value of home and age. So okay, so in this model, so we find the combined effect of value of home and age through the family income. Yeah. Another model that can be created would be yung combined effect naman ni value of home, ni value of ni age and mortgage muna. Yeah. Since sila yung magkatabi. Sa the age and mortgage. Then, hanap tayo ng vacant cell. Then, we press OK. Yan. So, in this output, the model is the combined effect now of the age now and mortgage. So, another combination would be yung value of home and mortgage. But this time, so hindi natin siya madadrag simultaneously kasi makakapture natin si H, di ba? So to perform now yung combined effect ni value of home and mortgage, either ilalapit natin si mortgage kay value or si value yung ililipat natin para makatabi niya si mortgage so that we can perform the combined effect now of value of home and mortgage. So in this case, so ang nilipat ko na lang would be si si value of home para itabi kay mortgage. Di ba? Dali. Nagalaw natin yung ano. Ibalik ko lang si dependent variable. Then we can proceed now with yan. These are the combined effect of the value of home and mortgage. Of course, pwede rin natin i-perform sa yung individual effect now of the independent variable. Yeah. So to do this, so the same lang po yung procedure. So for the individual effect, so let's start with the value of home. So hanap tayo ng vacant cell. Then we press here now, okay. This is the individual effect of the value now of home. So for the other two, so pakigawa na lang po while I'm also performing. So we have the age for the second individual predictor. Di mali. Sorry. So it should be the age. So age tayo. And then proceed to the output. So we have here now the age. Yeah. It should be the age. And last, of course, yung mortgage. The mortgage, so drag lang natin siya. So, my pressure now, okay. So, we have here the mortgage. So, for the three independent variable in the linear regression, so we can create 7 models for the predictor. So, how are we going now to present now these results in a manuscript or from the result section of your research? 'Di ba, sabi nga natin, so ang kailangan lang natin from the output when we yung tinatawag natin na R square, then together with the corresponding na p-value which falls under the F significance. And based from the results, so here are the value now of the P or significance now F, di ba? So the same lang ang procedure. So we just compare it now from the set now alpha level, di ba? So pag ang P-value natin would be less than the alpha level, automatically we reject the null hypothesis or simply so we interpret the test value to be of significant, di ba? So which among now of the models are less than the 0.05? So si value of home, then si yung combination ni value of home and age, and then the combination of the value of home and mortgage, and lastly, yung combination now of the three independent variable. So for the interpretation, since they are less than the alpha level, so they are significant. And for the other three models, so they are not significant. And this is how I go with the interpretation. So a multiple regression analysis was conducted so to determine how well the independent variable, so namely value of home, age, and mortgage, so predicted now the dependent variable, so which is a family income. Based now from the result, so the linear combination of value of home, age, and mortgage was significantly related to family income. So given the p-value, so which is less than the 0.001. Since the value of the R squared is equivalent now to 0.626, so we can say that approximately 62.6% of the variance of family income in the sample can be accounted for by the combinations now of these three independent variable. So table 1 also presented sa indices so to indicate the relative strength of individual and combinations now of predictor. So from the combination, so nakita natin na significant si value of home and age at the same time si value of home and mortgage. On the other hand, for the individual predictor, so the only significant variable would be yung tinatawag natin na value of home. Okay, any question or clarification po? Okay, wala naman siguro. Okay, supposed to be holiday sa Friday, di ba? So, supposed to be final exam natin on Friday. Ngayon, maghanap tayo ng schedule for the final exam. So, yung free time ng section nyo po. So, mag-usap-usap muna kayo since baka may mga irregular student from the class. So, usap muna kayo kung anong day at anong time next week or the other week tayo magpa-final exam. Yes po. John Vincent Ordoña.
Sir, sa ano po ba sa 19? Possible po ba sa 19?
Hindi ko nakuha. Come again.
Possible po ba yung finals sa 19?
Possible.
Sa June 19 po yung finals.
June 19. S- Sige. Sa group chat na lang natin i-finalize, ha? So, ilatag nyo yung mga days and time na pwede kayo for the final exam. And then, doon tayo magpa-finalize doon sa group chat natin. So the same with the other section, so yung computer, kasi natapat na holiday yung supposed to be dapat next week yung final exam natin. So it should be June 12. Nagkataon naman na holiday nga si June 12. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng problema. For my other section, with the other days next week, so final exam na namin. So ang naging problema ko lang would be yung Friday next week. So, kaya hanap tayo ng time na available lahat. Then, pa-message na lang doon sa group chat natin. Okay, so wala na. As for the research paper po, so, yun na po yung template natin at yun na po yung study. So, together with the data. So, real data po siya. So, these are the data coming from one of my mentee in the graduate school. So, for the introduction, so pwede niyo po siya i-expand if you want. Pero as much as possible, 2 pages lang for the introduction. So, you can start mga related literature in the introductions. So, if you want. Pero kung ayaw niyo na at satisfied na kayo from the intro, yun na po siya. So, hindi nyo lang pwedeng palitan yung problem statement. And then, pa-add po ng references after the discussion po. Yun lang po. So, any other concern po? So, if none po, so, see you po sa final exam natin. So, goodbye class and God bless you all po. So, bye-bye po.
Bye sir, thank you po.